Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the country's most talented stars, and we've got one for you today. Lucy Thomas has a brand new album out called Premiere, and it is sensational. It celebrates this 14-year-old girl's voice magnificently with some of the biggest songs in music. You don't make life easy for yourself, do you?
It's been a great experience, honestly. Only being 14, it's something that I never would think of. Achieving so young, but it's been such a good experience and I've loved every single minute of it.
I mean, track one is never enough. It couldn't be a bigger song to open with. You could sing some easy song, by the Spice Girls. You choose not to. I mean, it's verging on operatic, that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, never enough. When I watched The Greatest Showman, watching it, it was like, it really, really struck me hard, and I thought I would just love to be able to do that song. And I've always had a mental block, and trust me, it took me about 2 months to be able to, constantly, day after day, trying it, to think, I just can't do this, because I just couldn't get that high note, because it is a really hard song to sing. But then something, I don't know, maybe it was mental block, but then I was just able to do it, and I love singing it now. It's one of my favourites to sing, but quite a lot of the songs on the album are quite powerful, big ballads, musical theatre, but that's the song that I'll enjoy to sing the most, big song.
Track two, of course, is Beauty and the Beast, which again is lovely. Listen, another anthemic song. Then you try Let It Go, which you do perfectly. I mean, again, they're all huge, great big songs. Track 11, Defying Gravity, which it literally does. You've picked these beautiful songs that your age group particularly are going to love, because they're bang on, aren't they, for what's happening in musical theatre and music generally.
Yeah, I've been quite lucky because the songs chosen fit most of the age groups, so especially the young girls and boys love Let It Go, and then there's Listen from Dreamgirls, which is more my age. So there's a good range, I reckon. And then there's 4 originals, not wrote by me, but by Chris Broom, who's the producer of the whole album and is in charge of Cavendish Records, who I'm with. And these 4 songs are part of his forthcoming musical Rosie, which he's hoping to get into West End in the future. So there is a varied range of songs, which is good.
And you've been smart. I mean, adding in new stuff, and these songs are very good, is great, but people want stuff they know too, so you've matched that perfectly. This new album, Premiere, this album was out on the 1st of February. You can get it now through all your regular places. Let's talk about you. One of the things I think that's so alluring to you and your story is that you're just one of us. You're not some toffee-nosed sort of spoon-in-the-mouth toff that was from private school that went to some top university. I mean, you're just a girl who sings, which is the most beautiful story of all.
Oh yeah, just a normal girl from Wigan.
That's what it is. How is Wigan? I haven't been up there in ages. It's marvellous.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I love it actually. I support Wigan Warriors, so me and my granddad both go down to DW Stadium to most of the games. I have sung on the DW stadium pitch, which was exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like Wigan. I feel very at home.
Well, I love it up there. I did a radio show on Century up there, and they are the most normal and most loyal of people, and that's what's brilliant, isn't it? They're going to stick by you. And that, I suppose, is why you did so well on The Voice Kids, because they were never going to let you down, and that's why you got so far.
No, I think we liked it because it's Wigan, and I'm just so normal from there, so I think that's why. And I had a lot of support, different youth zones around Wigan and things like that were saying, let's support the Wigan girl. But there's quite a lot of talent in Wigan, actually, because the season before this Voice Kids, there was a boy who's also from Wigan who got into the final, so it's quite a talented area, actually.
Yeah, well, it's a place of survival as well, where you've got to work hard, and you do, and you did. Let's talk about The Kid's Voice itself, because you look like you were having the time of your life. On those shows, it's easy to get carried away and intimidated. You didn't seem to be that at all.
No, it's definitely not intimidating at all. It was nerve-wracking, but they really, really do put the kid first and make sure that they're okay and that they're coping, which was important going into the competition. With me and my family, we were just making sure that everything would be really friendly, which it was, because I was going to do it the first season it came out, but something told me that I wasn't ready, and I'm really glad that I decided that, because when I did it the year after, I felt so much more confident, and I think everything happens for a reason, and then perhaps because I did it that year, maybe now the record label saw that I was confident enough, which is why I was given this opportunity and handle all the knockbacks, and because I didn't get to the final, just narrowly missed out, which was gutting, and I felt really low, but I just got back up, and you just got to in the music industry, and it's a hard one to be in, I think.
When you went in the recording studio, was that thrilling? Because it's a completely different thing to singing live, isn't it? You've got to sort of treat the microphone as your audience.
It was a hard process, quite long and quite tedious, having to go down after school to the recording studio, but the people around me, like my family, my friends, and the music people who were working with me, made it so enjoyable, and it was a really exciting experience. And I remember I recorded Starlight, which is one of the original songs, last, and because I've been doing it for so long now, 12 tracks, and it's not easy. It's not just going in and singing. There's a lot of things that go behind it, but I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. I can't get this final note, because Starlight's the biggest song, I think, on the album, and then the final note is like the hardest note I've ever done. So I was really doubting myself, but then when I got that note, this is why it's my favourite song on the album. It's because I can really think, wow, I've actually managed to achieve that after thinking I couldn't do it.
It's such a beautiful song, and so anthemic as well. And as you say, it's almost like walking a staircase. It gets bigger and taller and higher and higher and bigger, and eventually you reach the top, which is incredible. Again, I'd like to hear you sing these live, because you were born to perform. You've got that voice. You must have been told that over the years. Some people are born to stay in a studio, others are born to be on a stage. It must be exciting, the future, because at 14 it's all ahead of you.
Yeah, well, I've got time yet, which is good. I'm really happy with everything that's happening so far, and I'm just living in the moment and then seeing what happens next, and whatever opportunities will come, then I'll take them, and then hopefully in the future I can maybe do another album or go into West End or something to do with music, because that's my passion.
Tell me about your family. How thrilled were they when you did so well on The Voice Kids? They must have been more excited than you were.
Yeah, well, I've got the most supportive family and friends around me, and they would never push me to do anything I didn't want to do, and they've always been there for me through the hard times and through the highs, and I don't think I'd be able to do it without them. My mum literally comes everywhere with me, and I wouldn't be singing if it wasn't for her. My granddad's like my biggest fan, and my little sister as well. She's so patient, and she can sing as well. I've got a bit of competition, I think.
Well, you can't have that. Yeah, you have to stop her. We don't want to be upstage, do we?
I'll just get duetting now.
You can't have any of that. Isn't it lovely, though, when you've got a gift and you can share it with the family? And I suppose that's what's wonderful about this album. Have you still got grandparents? What did they think? Because that must be thrilling for them.
Yeah, well, I've got, like I said, the best set of grandparents. I've got my mum and dad, and then my dad's mum and dad. And I don't really see my dad's mum and dad quite a lot, because they live in Gloucestershire, which is quite a while away. But even if I'm singing somewhere, they'll always travel and make the distance to come and watch. And they are really proud. And obviously, all of them are. They're all really proud.
Oh, lovely. Good. And then that sort of confidence you've got, where has that come from? Where were you able to stand on a stage where most girls your age would be hiding in a corner? It's a remarkable confidence you've got.
Yeah, well, I've always loved music, and it's always been something that runs in the family. And I used to wake up and then go for breakfast, and music would be playing in the back, and it just felt natural to sing along. And then I took it upon myself at my nana's 60th birthday party to sing a bit of Adele in front of everyone. So I already had that initial confidence, I think. And then someone said to my mum, oh yeah, you should get some singing lessons, which I did. And then I think that's what's helped me a lot with confidence, my singing teacher, because it's not just about the voice, it's about how to stand on stage and how to use your hands or your face. And I think with 7 years of practice of doing different concerts, from the smallest little things like in my kitchen to the biggest things, like I've sung on, like I said before, the DW Stadium pitch, and then when I was 10 I auditioned for Matilda in the West End, and I got to the final 6 girls to be Matilda, but I just narrowly missed out, which was quite a knock as well. But I think being knocked down makes you stronger, which is why I'm doing this today, because it's shown that I have resilience and that I just keep on going. So I think it just adds to my story, really, all the different lows.
It's inspiring.
All the different highs.
And you're right, it's no reflection on your talent when you don't get a role. It's just whether you fit in that particular moment for that particular casting director. This album is terrific. Lucy Thomas, Premiere is available now. Your voice is incredible. I don't need to say that. It's obvious to anybody who's heard it. But this album particularly is so brilliantly put together because it gives your audience exactly what they want. These big anthemic tunes that both are big in musical theatre but also big on the radio as well. We forget that something like Never Enough is still being played on Heart and all those other stations. It's funny, isn't it, how it's never been cooler to sing these songs.
I know. I'm really happy with how it's turned out, to be honest. Normally I don't like listening to myself sing. I still don't really. When I get in the car and she's picking me up from school and she's playing it in the car, I'm like, oh no, turn it off. But with Never Enough, it's an achievement listening to me managing to do that from being unable to and not believing that I can.
You're a gifted star. Lucy Thomas, great to talk to you. Premiere is available now. You can get it at all the usual places, including Amazon. And what a lovely album. Great to talk to you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks very much for having me.